Yo, what's up guys, Genius X here, and today we have our Pokemon PTCGO episode 2, and originally I was gonna showcase a Volcanion deck. There's a few twists that I added in, and as you can see I participated in a 24 ticket tournament, but the recording did not save, and instead of trying to go through the same deck, I decided to showcase something else that was that's in the expanded format, and that is a Mega Alakazam deck. So as you can see here, I have a Mega Alakazam deck, and let us get straight into the process of explaining this deck. So we have 2 Shamans for draw support, 4 Alakazam line, and if you don't know what Alakazam does, it has a really great attack and Zen Force, and with Dimension Valley, it's only 1 energy cost, and 10 damage doesn't seem like a lot, but it triples the damage counters of what your opponent already has, which is insane. So, how do you get the damage on there, you ask? Well, you have normal Alakazam with the ability Kinesis. When you Mega Evolve, you can put 2 damage counters on active and 30 on the bench, and that is how you get the damage on your opponent. If you have 2 Mega Alakazams, that's 40 damage on the active, and then Zen Force was 1 energy, which is 130 damage for 1 energy, was the initial 40, which is 170 damage, which is insane. So, Alakazam, obviously a very good card, and today we are going to be showcasing that. So, we also have a Wobbuffet, we also have a Hoopros, obviously for pulling out all those Alakazams, but we also have a Wobbuffet that has the Barricade ability, which can shut down your opponent's and yourself's ability, except for Psychic Pokemon, so abilities such as Kinesis still works. So, he is pretty much has the same attack as Alakazam, except it doubles attack instead of triples, but it only offers 1 prize card, so it is a very nice alternative. Now, if you start with it, you don't want to put a Shaman down, because, well, it's not very good to waste a Shaman, so, like I said, Wobbuffet is a very great alternative for Mega Alakazam, and it also only costs 1 energy with Dimension Valley, which is a very good fact. So we also have 4 de-evolution sprays to de-evolve our Alakazams, 1 Professor Letter, 1 starting Megaphone to get rid of any fighting Fear Belts, 1 Super Rod to get rid of to get back any Alakazams, 4 Super Scoop Ups, normally to get back Shamans and Koopas and Wobbuffet stuck in the active, but in this case you can also suck back Spirit Links and energies, and then Mega Evolve your Alakazam 2 times a turn, which is really nice for getting off extra damage with Kinesis, 1 Town Map for revealing prize cards, 4 Ultra Balls and 4 VS Seekers, a 3 line of N and Sycamore, and 3 Scholars to pull out those Dimension Valleys and those Spirit Links. We're earning only 1 Lysander because we don't need 2 because we have 4 VS Seekers, and we have AZ to pull out our Alakazam EX, just like Super Scoop Up. It's a safer way, but I don't like it as much because you don't get the Spirit Links and the energies back. And we have 4 Dimension Valleys and 4 Spirit Links, obviously, and 1 Zero-6. So really good lineup here, and nothing much that I need to say. And I'm also running 4 special Psychic energies, which allows me to retreat my Alakazams and my Hoopers, all my Wobbuffets that are stuck in active. So Zerosive is also a very good alternative for starting a Megaphone if you have to get rid of an item on your opponent's Pokemon, such as a Bursting Balloon, which which has saved me in a Greninja matchup before. So AZ, like I said, is a very good alternative to Super Scoop Up, and is 100% works, but you do not get the Spirit Link and energy back, so you do have to be careful about that. And yeah, I think that is it for the deck analysis video. So the 4-3 energy line is nothing too special. The 3 energy is because I don't want to get enhanced hammers by it, and Professor's Leather can also pull out normal energies. So let us get straight into the matches. So not much people is actually looking for a match right now, and oh, there we go. So we find a Psychic normal deck. So really interesting. Could be Mega Mewtwo, could be Trevenant, or even could be Mega Alakazam for all we know. So do we win the coin flip? We do win the coin flip, and we are definitely going to start first. So we do not get a basic Pokemon from the start. Not a big deal. Looks like I'm going to predict my opponent to be a Mega Mewtwo. But let's see what we get for our Milligan here. So our opponent is choosing his basic Pokemon, and we are going to shuffle our hand back into our deck. And this is not a good hand at all. This is such a terrible hand. But let's see what we can do with it. So he's playing Wobbuffet, so I'm gonna assume he's playing Alakazam or Trevenant. So we're gonna get rid of our 2 Devolution Sprays for a Alakazam, put down our Spirit Link, and then end away. Good thing we got a Draw Supporter, or we would be in a terrible spot right now. So we are going to end away his hand as well. And ooh, this is not a bad hand. Energy, Mega Evolution. You can put down another Alakazam. This is not a bad hand at all. So I think I'm actually going to put down the energy on the Hoopa because we can't attack, so we can retreat our Hoopa. And yeah, we're going to finish our turn right here. So see what my opponent does. Ooh, Trevenant. So he's going to put his energy on his Phantom and end his turn right here. If he can get 2 Mega Alakazams up, that would be great. So we're going to try Super Scoop Up, which fails. I wanted to Super Scoop Up that Hoopa, but unfortunately we fail. So we are going to be able to get up our first Alakazam and Sycamore. We are going to Sycamore. If we can find another Spurling and a Mega Alakazam, we just win right here, but we do not. We do find a Dimension Valley though, and another Alakazam. We're going to try and Super Scoop Up again for that Hoopa as we do succeed. Put that energy onto that Alakazam. We are going to Hoopa for 1 Alakazam EX, because I think that we need to get rid of the threat right away, which is the Phantom, and I think this is the best play, because if he can get rid of the Phantom right now, his Wobbuffet can't really do much to me without any damage counter. So I think I'm just going to evolve my Alakazam straight away and take out that Phantom. So let's see what he does here. I can also attack, so he just forfeits right there. So that just shows how fast this deck is, being able to take down Trevenant deck so fast, which is one of the best decks in Expanded right now. So that was a really fast, and just shows how fast Alakazam decks can be. So we are finding a Electric, Water, Psychic normal deck, so a very diverse deck right here. Let's see what our opponent got. So we are gonna go for the coin flip. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately, so our opponent is going to start. Ooh, this is actually not a bad hand, because Spirit Link and Mega is Scoop Up Ultra Balls into Shaymins. This is not a bad hand at all. So it looks like he is running a Mega Ampharos deck, which is really interesting, because we do not have a good matchup against Ampharos if he has Rough Seas, because if you don't know, Rough Seas heals 30 damage off of your Electric type and Water type Pokemon, which means Kinesis will be useless. So we do have to play Stadium Wars. He starts off with a Hoopa, really unfortunate for him. If he's going to put down his Stadium first, then we do win the Stadium War, because we put our second and he discards it first. So he's going to go for the Trainer Mail into the Ultra Ball. I'm going to assume he's going to go Ultra Ball into a Hoopa if he has one, or a Ampharos. So let's see what he does here. He's gonna Ultra Ball into a Hoopa. Very interesting. So he's gonna Hoopa for probably 3 Ampharos EXs. Unless he's running some weird depth, which I think he's not. Yep. So he Hoopas into 3 Ampharos EXs here. Probably gonna put all 3 of them down, and put down the Spirit Link from before, and put down the energy. Maybe even Flowstone on the Hoopa. It's gonna end. No, that was a really good hand. That's really unfortunate for me. Please draw me into a good hand as well. I do need a good hand. Please. So it's not a bad hand. We can Skyla into a Dimension Valley and Mega Evolve our Exam. So, oh no, we can't Mega Evolve its first turn. So we're gonna Skyla into a Dimension Valley to get rid of his Rough Seas. Or maybe I can get a Spirit Link. No, Dimension Valley is definitely better. Because even if we get a Spirit Link, there's no point because he's just going to heal off his damage later. So we are going to get a Dimension Valley up. And we're going to have to discard one of our Mega Alakazams just to be able to put down maximum draw power with our Shaman. We can get it back with Super Rod later, so it's fine. I'm debating on getting Alakazam or Hoopa. I don't want to get Alakazam because that minimizes the draw power of my Shaman. So I think I do want to get a Alakazam. Yeah, I think I want to get a Alakazam over a Hoopa so we can maximize our draw power. Now I'm going to pop down the Shaman so I can get some more cards. We found the energy and the Spirit Link and the Starling Megaphone. This is great. Absolutely fantastic. And we can go for the suppression and deal 30 damage to that Ampharos. So overall, this is not a bad start. Even though we got our Koopa stuck in the active, we can actually super scoop it up. So let's see what our opponent does here. He's gonna put down a Keldeo. Really interesting. So Keldeo is to probably mitigate the retreat cost of Ampharos, and he's gonna Sycamore. So let's see what he pulls into here. If he has a Flowstone, then he can have free retreat from now on. So that's not really what I want, but yeah. Next turn, I want to maybe Skyla into a Dimension Valley because he just got off his Rough Seas. We pull into a Hoopa, which is not bad at all because we can go for some Shamans. I'm going to Mega Evolve first just to be able to get off as much draw power or Shaman later, and I don't forget. So we are definitely going to Skyla into another Dimension Valley. Like I said, this is definitely Stadium Wars right now. Whoever wins the Stadium Wars probably just wins the game. Like I said, he puts this down first, so I have a bigger chance of winning the Stadium Wars. And yeah, so we are going to put down a Stadium Koopa into probably a Shaman and a few Alakazams. Maximize our draw power, and let's see how we roll. So we actually don't have another Alakazam in our deck, so we're just going to pull one out. Like I said, we want to maximize our draw power. We're gonna Shaman here, get 5 more cards. 8 energy, that's not bad. I'm gonna attach this energy to this Alakazam and just go for the Zen Force. Do we take him out here? 50 damage. 140, we did not take him out, so unfortunate right there. We could have gotten a free prize card. Goes for Spirit Link, we can Zerosic that off if he doesn't have a Mega Ampharos. He has the Ultra Ball, so he definitely has a Mega Ampharos in play, so no point go for Zerosic. Probably going to Ultra Ball that thing out for a Mega Alakazam later, so he goes into his Ampharos. I really hope he does not have a Rough Seas here. If he has a Rough Seas, this is going to be really bad. It's going to Skylark. Oh no, he's going to get a Rough Seas. we are playing Stadium Wars. We have to get a secret into Skylar for another Dimension Valley. So he's probably gonna pull out a Rough Seas here. At least that's what oh, he pulls out a Chorus. He can't use that this turn, but he can get 10 cards next turn, which is really nice. He's gonna Mega Evolve his Ampharos. Does he have a Flow Stone to be able to retreat? Nope, he does. Does he? Nope, I do not think he has a Flow Stone, and we can definitely Mega Evolve our Alakazam to be able to take out that Hoopa and deal some damage onto the Keldeo here. So we're gonna Ultra Ball, get rid of our Wobbuffet and our Xerosic since we don't have any deck space, bench space, and we don't need Xerosic since he already Mega Evolved. We're gonna pull out our Alakazam here. We are gonna probably Skyla for the what do you call it, for the Spirit Link, and then take out that Koopa, get 2 prize cards, and then attack. I believe that is the right play, so let's see how he is going to react to that. And we don't waste our turn, we don't attack if we take out the Koopa, so we are able to see if we get a draw supporter from our prize cards. So we are able to take out the Koopa right here, 2 prize cards for me, which is great. We get a N and a Alakazam, so not bad at all, not bad. We are going to just Zen Force here, get off as much damage as possible onto this Keldeo, and 70 damage is not bad. We can definitely take him out next turn if you do not have a Flow Stone. So let's see what our opponent is going to do here. He's going for a Fighting Fury Bell onto the Hoopa. Interestingly, he's going to Chorus for 9 cards, so she's going to get a lot of cards here to play with. So I'm really afraid of what he will be doing right now. He's going to charge up his second Ampharos here, so he does have a Flow Stone, so that means he can Flow Stone into his Mega Ampharos and take Paralyze me with Exavolt. He Mega Turbos it up so it can attack, and that is going to be the end of this Alakazam if we cannot Super Scoop it up or something. So let us see what we are going to do. So we found an Ultra Ball. Don't know what to do right now. I want to Skylar for a super Scoop up, because if we do, we can just go into our second Alakazam, go attach our energy, take this Ampharos out, and pretty much just win the game right here. So I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna Skylar for a super Scoop up. If this works, we win. If this doesn't work, we still have a chance to win. So I don't say anything bad from this. So let's go for the super Scoop up, and we fail. So really unfortunate right there. We're just gonna have to end our turn here. There's nothing much we can do here. It's gonna take us out with a Exavo. I don't think our next Alakazam can take it out. It's gonna probably do about 150. I'm not sure. I didn't do the maths. But we are going to send it in either way. If we can Mega Evolve that Alakazam, we can definitely take this thing out. So we're going to put our last Alakazam down. We are going to go for the N, because he has way too much cards in his hand, and if we can minimize it down to 4 cards, that would be great. And we don't get a bad hand either, so we are going to touch that Spirit Link onto this Alakazam and go for the Zen Force. Barely missing the knockout, I believe. No! We actually do take the knockout on this Mega Ampharos, which is great. And we get an energy and a Super Log. I didn't think we would get that knockout, but this is great. So it all depends on if he can set up his Ampharos fast enough this turn. So let us see how he is going to do that. Probably a Spirit Link into an Evolution, into a Mega Turbo, into an Energy Attachment, so you can probably get it this turn. But I highly doubt that he has all of that, so let's see what he does. Gonna put Hound his Shaman to try and get that Mega Ampharos up, because he's gonna need as much draw power as he possibly have to be able to get out that Mega Ampharos and that energy. Closer Max Elixir, that also works. Please miss, as he does miss the Max Elixir, but he did get a Spirit Link off that Trainer Mail, so let us see. This is a really fun match so far. So he's gonna go pop down another Shaman, so much draw power right now. And he does find a Mega Ampharos and manages to evolve it up. So now he can retreat into his Mega Ampros and go for the Exable, and that's basically this Alakazam dead. Let us see what we can do here. We're definitely going to attach this energy to his Alakazam. Do you want to Super Rod back some Alakazam? So I don't think this is the turn yet, because it does force us to Super Rod 3 things back. Wait! De-evolution gets rid of the paralysis, right? Yeah, de-evolution gets rid of the paralysis. I'm going to de-evolve, go for the suppression, and take out or get off 30 damage. Right? Why is this lagging? Why is PTCGO lagging? Wait, what? Oh! I completely forgot that you have less HP than Mega Alakazam. That was so stupid. I should have just Zen Forced. That was such a stupid move. What am I doing? I mean, at least I can get up damage on this, but we don't take him out. Especially, now we're gonna be 10 off from taking him out. I can guarantee you that. So he only needs to take out one more of my Mega Alakazams. I also need to only take out one more of his Ampharosis, so we are not going to be able to kill him right here, and I don't think we can get Alakazam up fast enough. We're going to try to Sycamore into a Alakazam and a Spiritling next turn, so I can take him out with Kinesis, and hope that he doesn't have Rust C, so I'm going to go for the Super Rod and Super Rod our 2 Alakazams back into our deck, so we are going to do 160 damage, barely missing out on a KO. If we can get a Kinesis next turn, we win. We don't even need a Spurtling. Gold Potion. Oh no, I think we lose. I think we lose. I don't see any way of me winning this. I don't see a way of me winning this. He's going to Chorus, get 8 cards. So he's gonna Exavo here, do 170 damage and paralyze me. He does 30 damage to himself, so one Kinesis can take him out. We're gonna attach that energy to this Alakazam. Sycamore, hope we get a Mega Alakazam. We do not. Oh, okay, so looks like it has to come down to this Super Scooper. As we do land! Oh my gosh, this is such an intense match. Oh my gosh. So that was a really fun match, and we managed to take down this guy with our Mega Alakazam deck. He had a really good deck in his Mega Ampharos deck, and I'm really surprised we managed to take him down even though he has rough seas. So that was a really close match. That was a really close match. Oh my gosh. That was such a close match. And that was such a fun match as well. That match was just incredible. So, I think we're gonna go find one last match over here. That Mega Ampharos match was absolutely insane. I would wish to have another battle for this last game as well. So, let us try. Looks like nobody's playing right now. Oh, we find our opponent. So he has a. That looks like Night March Vesperquin. That looks like Night March Vesperquin to me. We have a terrible matchup against Night March. The only reason Alakazam didn't get popular during the standard format back then was because of Night March. It was just because of this deck. So we start off with 3 really interesting mons. I do not want to start off with Wobbuffet because we get rid of all the abilities except for Hoopas, but yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna start with Hoopa instead. Yeah, I think starting with Hoopa is the right play. This is a really bad hand, so I'm gonna get rid of my Dimension Valley and my Evolution Spray with an Ultra Ball, and then Shaman up. Yep, this is definitely Night March Vesperquin with unknowns. So he puts a Joltik down, which really interesting because we can snipe that thing off with the Kinesis. But he doesn't know where Mega Alakazam dead yet, so he can't really criticize him or her. He goes straight for a Battle Compressor, gets rid of the 3 Lampin, and a Farewell Letter with a unknown draws him another card. And he goes for the end, so let us see what we can get here. Hopefully he draws us into a better hand, because that would be fantastic. Well, this hand is not bad. I can Ultra Ball into Alakazam, scoop up the Hoopa, evolve it with Skyla's Spirit Link into Evolution, snipe off that Joltik. Oh, Fighting Fury Burst goes down to Combee instead of Joltik. Big mistake, friend. Big mistake. We're gonna get rid of the De-Evolution Spray and Skyla, I think, just to get on the Mega Alakazam. The reason I'm doing this is because if I manage to scoop up the Hoopa, I can just Hoopa into another Shaman, so to maximize my draw power, so I get another supporter. So we fail with our Super Scoop Up, so we're just gonna go for the AZ. And we are gonna now Hoopa into our Shaman and our 2 Alakazams. So the reason I discarded Skyla was because we have Shaman for draw power and AZ was the better alternate choice. We are gonna pull out 1 Shaman and 2 Alakazams. And then put all of these down and then draw 5 cards with Shaman. If we can get a Mega Alakazam here, that would be great. I mean, it's Spirit Link. So, we can actually take that Joltik out. I just realized that. We have Suppression. Take that Joltik out, free prize guard, De-Evolution Spray. That was wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. I just realized we could have just taken that Joltik out the whole time. He's gonna evolve his Combee into a Vesperquin. Does he have a double colorless in his hand? Yes, he does. So, I don't know how much he's gonna do. Base 30 with the Fighting Parabell on top of. He's gonna end. I didn't want to have 3 Mega Alakazams in my hand anyway, so I guess thank you. We are gonna get drawn into a pretty good hand actually. It's gonna Battle Compressor for more Pokemon, so he's really going for the kill right here. Let's see here. Fuel Letter, so that's 30, 50. This should be 110 damage, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 110 damage. Yep, that is definitely 110 damage, so. He puts a Mew. We are gonna Lysandre for another Mega Alakazam. Actually, no, regular Alakazam, my bad. And we are gonna Mega Evolve. No, I think we're gonna VS Seeker into Skyla and then Mega Evolve. And then I'm gonna Mega Evolve my back one instead of my front one. So I can Suppression this Vesperquin, give 30 damage counter. And then evolve my back one so that's 50 damage counters on it and 30 damage counters on Mew. Because this Alakazam is basically worthless anyways. So we're gonna go Skyla into a Spirit Link. And then evolve our back line Alakazam. And when the front line Alakazam gets taken out, we can just Shaman up. So we are able to put down 2 damage counters on the Vesperquin and 3 on Mew. And we can go for the Suppression here to deal 30 more damage counters on this Vesperquin. So let us see what he does here. So he's gonna put down another Joltik. Interesting, because he knows I can snipe that off with Kinesis. He's gonna put a Fighting Free Ride on it, or what? He's going for the Sycamore. Okay, really interesting. Finds another Mew. He really needs a DCE right now, so he's actually gonna switch into the Mew. Does he have a Lysandre? No, he does not. He's just gonna take me out of the view. I completely disagree with that play, actually, because now I can take out one of his largest threat right now, which is the Mew, because it's super effective against me. So I'm gonna go for the Shaman, preferably into a Spirit Link, so I can take this Mew out, take that Joltik out, and then kill that Vespiquen. So Skyla is basically the same thing as a Spirit Link or via Seeker. So we are gonna Skyla into a Spirit Link, Mega Evolve our back Alakazam, take out this Mew and this Joltik, and then we do not have the energy, so we cannot take out that Vespiquen, but sooner or later we will. And yeah, so let's see. We get a Spirit Link from our prize cards. Why do we only got one? We're supposed to get two. Okay, so we do get two. We get a energy, which is great. That's exactly the thing I needed. So now I'm going to attach this energy to this Alakazam and go for the Zen Force and knock him out. So that was a really, really good round. But this threat, he also has it, the Mew. Because the Mew is super effective against me with one double colorless, one Dimension Valley, and then one Pumpkaboo or Pumpkaboo or Joltik. He can easily Night March me right now, which is bad. This is why Alakazam was not one of the better decks in Face Collides. So let us see what my opponent does. He puts down his pack of Pumpkaboo. So if he has a double colorless, we lose. If he does not have a double colorless, we win. I think that's what the game comes down to. No, wait. If he kills my Alakazam, he still needs another double colorless. So the turn after this is when the game decides who wins. So he's gonna Night March my Alakazam and take it out. Pretty much expected. I can send my other Alakazam in and then try and end the game right here, right now with a Mega Alakazam. So we are gonna Mega Evolve and deal 20 damage to this Mew, and then 30 to that Pumpkaboo. So if I manage to do another 30, I can take it out. So now I can take this thing out. I was Koopaing. It was use it or lose it for a Super Scoop Up, so I just used it. So we'll go for the Town Map, Xerosic, and VS Seeker, nothing too much. And we can take out this Mew right here with this Alakazam. So if we do take this Mew out, it all comes down to if he has a double colorless this turn or not. Because if he does have the double colorless, he can go into Mew, attach it onto the Mew, and kill me. If he does not have the double colorless, I can just go for the Zen Force and take him out. So this all comes down to if he has the double colorless or not. Hit this normal Mew right here is definitely going to die to the Zen Force. No way he's going to living it. So this all comes down to if he has a DCE or not. So it looks like it is his turn, and he doesn't instantly attach a DCE straight away, so I'm assuming he doesn't have a DCE as of right now. And let's see what he does. So it all comes down to if he has the DC or not. He's going to Battle Compressor shorten his deck so he has a better chance of fighting the DCE. He's going to put down another Pumpkaboo. He's running a Sycamore here or something to get off max raw power, or Shaman. Ultra Ball, Shaman. That would also be ideal. He goes for a Sycamore, so no DC in his hand. Please no DC, please no DC, please no DC. If he has a DC, we lose. If he has a DC, we lose. And he does have a DC, so we are going to lose this game to Night March. So it was an unfavorable matchup anyways, and I think I did pretty good, especially because of how fast we can set up our Alakazam. But the prize exchange was not good, and we are going to lose our game to Night March deck. So as you can see, this is a really, really fun Alakazam deck, and yeah.